Alright, so now this thing needs fuel. I guess that sounds pretty obvious, but the more I look at it, the less obvious it gets. This used to be a carbureted Beetle. Now it's a fuel-injected Subaru, which means somewhere in here there should be a complete fuel system. Supply, return, pump, all of it. I can see there's pieces of that, but I don't know if any of it's actually hooked up right. I know some of it isn't hooked up at all, and I don't know if any of it works. So before I try to start this thing, I need to figure out how fuel is supposed to move through it. So I found it. There actually is a fuel pump. I don't know what it's out of or if it's the right one for what we're trying to do, but that's good. I also found how the hose is sprouting. I got a really nice, looks like wildwood clutch cylinder, so that's good.
So I traced the wiring down to the fuel pump because that's one of the things I gotta get working, and found it went to a switch under the dash that had been added. I flipped the switch and doused myself in the back of the head with gasoline. Apparently there's gas in the tank and the pump works. So that's something. Okay, so I'm working on the fuel system, and there's these quick releases that go into the fuel rails, and they don't stick. I don't know if they're broke or what, but I'm gonna have to figure that out. So I put the fuel pressure regulator in and fired up the pump and immediately heard something leaking from the front end. I pulled up the gas tank and there's a pool of gas under it. So I got a leak somewhere. I don't know if you can see that, but all that down there is gas. So I gotta figure out where that's coming from. That's fun. Okay, I found it. The back side of this fuel line right here, I can feel has a crack in it. And that line dried up with the spray that's down there. So I gotta replace this fuel line here. So after replacing all the lines on that, I went and turned it on, and I'm getting zero pressure at the regulator, which means this is probably not a fuel injection pump. So I'm gonna have to swap the pump out. Okay, fuel system's working, fuel pressure regulator is working. I'm a little high pressure-wise. We want to do about 3 bar here. Adjust regulator down to 3 bar. And my fuel system seems like it's good.
So at this point in the build, I had enough of the engine together that I could actually start it up if I took the time to put just a little bit of wiring together. So that's what I did. I put a minimal amount of wiring together, and I'm going to leave the rest of the wiring for a later episode. Don't worry, you'll get to see that too.
Okay, I think I found the issue. I left the test lead connected that puts the ECU in test mode, and a lot of the ECUs won't run in that mode. So we're going to try this again and see if it'll run. Hey, look at that!
So at this point it runs, which is pretty cool. It's still a long way from being drivable. I have to get the electrical systems working. I have to get the transmission hooked up. There's not even a cooling system in it right now. But the engine's good. It runs. We know it's okay. So we get to just keep on going from here. So I'm going to tackle the transmission next episode, so I'll see you guys then. Thanks for watching.